We're ready.
Birthing a new race.
We wait until they get sleepy. Wait until they get so big they can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows and strike.
Guys, I'm gonna say this so you understand this. I never said I guarantee you 11-11-11 is going to be the attack and the birthing of the New World Order. Listen and listen good. 11-11-11. It doesn't matter. What matters is it the Hoover Dam carved on your money? That's what matters. That is all that matters. Do I know for sure? No, but I believe it. The plaque reads, "They died to make the desert bloom." The meaning, the human race, the gift from God, died to make way for a race that was desolate like a desert.
If I give this to you, are you up for whatever happens next?
We were like a wind appearing out of nowhere.
Surprise.
We wait until they get sleepy. Wait until they get so big they can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows. Quietly walk out of the dark. Strike.
Prepare to be crushed.
The limo's pulling up. Renika, can you hear me?
I hope I don't mess it up.
Alright, he's alone. I'll send her in.
Hey, I'm Kelly. Ian?
Ian, pleasure to meet you.
This is the main control room. This represents the reality that Ian's future, as well as yours, is being completely manipulated from an unseen force. What Ian perceives as reality is a complete setup. In actuality, as you will see, it is an unfathomable mockery.
Kelly.
Ian?
Ian?
Ian, pleasure to meet you.
If I give this to you, are you up for whatever happens next?
3 seconds ago, we gave Ian Rappaport a Bud Light and a choice. Ian is not an actor.
Are you up for whatever happens next?
He has no idea what's going to happen next.
I think I could do that.
Alright, he's in the limo, Reggie. That's you.
What's your name? Ian Rappaport.
Then we walk out of the shadows. Quietly walk out of the dark. And strike.
As you will see, it is an unfathomable mockery. The spiritual world manifests openly into the physical world. The spiritual world must be perceived through spiritual eyes. Those that live in the flesh see only the view of the flesh, but the spiritual eyes perceive the manifestation of the spirit and its origin.
The United States is not a normal country. We're a homeland now, under military surveillance and military control.
Here is an actor. She is a female. She is controlled from behind the veil. She comes up and makes an offer to Ian.
Alright, he's alone. I'll send her in.
Ian is interested in fornication. This is why the female actress was used to convey the hidden message. Ian was given a choice,
If I give this to you, are you up for whatever happens next?
I think I could do that.
Alright, he's in the
and
limo.
Ian
ready
said,
to dismount.
yes, he was. Here's the definition of whatever. An offer was made by a female. If I give you this, are you up for anything and everything that may come from your choice of accepting my offer? This is the real meaning. The first result of Ian's choice is that he is picked up by a limousine. A limousine is perceived as a symbol of success and affluence. What looks to be good to Ian is really a trap that he has agreed to step into.
For man does not know his time, like fish that are taken in an evil net, and like birds that are caught in a snare. So the children of man are snared at an evil time when it suddenly falls upon them.
Ian enters into the limousine and finds himself in the middle of a bachelorette party as the only male attending. The sexual and debaucherous connotations are obvious. Once again, what Ian thinks is great is really a manifestation of the fall of humanity, and he is being mocked. Even as Ian enters the limo, the offer of his willfully accepting incantation, the BudLight, is sitting in a predisposed position in the limo. Notice his BudLight, which represents his fall into darkness, is waiting for him on an altar that displays the upside-down, right-side-up paradigm. His acceptance in the commercial is analogous to the fall of man creating an upside-down, right-side-up paradigm in the human race, effectively a race within a race in one body.
This is the world that you know.
And what we've been doing with the egg and the rebirth, it's meant to signify an artistic statement of birthing a new race, and it's a race with no prejudice, a race within the race of humanity that bears no prejudice against anyone. So that's really the statement in itself.
Well, that's great. That's really good.
Are you up for whatever happens next?
I think I could do that.
Now that Ian, which means gift from God, has accepted the quote light from Kelly, which means female warrior, the gift from God has accepted the light from the female warrior. He has willfully accepted any and every consequence that will result from his choice. The real irony is that he is expecting a reward instead of a consequence from his choice. Next, Ian is forced to change his appearance, all compliments of his new host. The definition of a host is a person who receives another person as a guest. Also, a host is a plant or an animal in which a parasite lives. Ian is given a new look and is dressed up from his previous casual attire. His host has changed Ian's appearance.
Awesome being styled by Nick Kelly tonight.
I wish I could come with you.
I know, I wish you could too.
Bye, guys.
Joe.
Next, Ian, or the gift from God, enters an elevator with his new date and his new look. The door opens and Don Cheadle enters with a llama. Don is a black man that is dressed identically to Ian. The word Don means to put on or to slip into. The word Don also means Lord and Master. The reality is that Ian has slipped into darkness with his twin that represents the darkness, as well as representing his new Lord and Master, the darkness. This scene represents the new condition of Ian, half dark and half light, in the same attire. His master is leading a llama. If you Google the word llama in the mythology of llama, you will have come to find out that a llama represents a sacrifice. A llama was critical or crucial in the creation myth of the Incas, which were offspring of the fallen angels and the mating with humanity.
Genesis 6. When man began to multiply on the face of the land, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of man were attractive, and they took as their wives any they chose.
Remotely controlled bodies, called avatars. They're grown from human DNA, mixed with DNA of the natives.
I think the scripture that's very easy to understand is a little bit of leaven destroys the whole loaf, know? This entire scene represents Ian's new condition as one of hybridization, half dark, half light. And the llama represents the creation myth from the Incan mythology, from breeding with the gods.
Always been here. The world is full of giants. They have always been here.
Prepare to be crushed in tiny tennis.
Okay, let's see the arms. You all look all pumped up. Very good. Just give me 5 push-ups. 1, 2.
Prepare to be crushed.
The door to the elevator opens again. This time a female enters that is the identical twin of Ian's date. Ian comments and says, Twins?
Yes.
This is a bizarre night.
Ian is standing in the elevator with a twin of sorts, although his twin paradigm is half dark and half light, whereas the girls are identical. The meaning becomes clear when the elevator door opens and Ian steps into a party where everyone is an identical twin. The message is that the two species have become the same. The new race is now homogeneous. As a quick recap from the beginning, female warrior seduced gift from God into accepting any consequence that would come from his free will choice in accepting her light. From the beginning, female warrior seduced gift from God into accepting any consequence that would come from his free will choice in accepting her light.
I think I could do that.
After agreeing, gift from God had his appearance changed and met his dark half and was mocked as being a sacrifice, epitomized by the llama alongside his new lord and master, Dawn. Now he is in a world with all twins, and his ultimate mockery awaits him.
My mind is blown.
In the beginning, gift from God accepted female warrior's offer. He took her light and became a half-dark, half-light paradigm. The social structure paradigm became all identical twins. As a final result of his dawning or slipping into his new apparel, represented by darkness, he opens the door to the eventuality of his choice in the beer garden. Prepare to be crushed.
But I believe what was once one race is now two. One above and one below. Two distinct species that have evolved.
And how do those below survive?
That is the real question, isn't it?
Egg and the rebirth. It's meant to signify an artistic statement of birthing a new race.
As with any birth, the female must have the water break in the amniotic sac. Then there is a gushing forth of water. It means ready or not, the birth is commencing.
A race within the race of humanity.
Let's look at a plaque from the Hoover Dam. Here is an image of a man with his arms bent and up, like he is flexing his muscles.
Okay, let's see the arms. You all look all pumped up. Very good.
Each separate hand has a particular grain. These also represent different seeds. The position of the arms and the torso also mimic the female reproductive system. The entirety of the image forms Baphomet, the devil. The plaque reads, "They died to make the desert bloom." The meaning, the human race, the gift from God, died to make way for a race that was desolate like a desert. Notice that Arnold, which means eagle power, tells Ian to put his arms up, mimicking the plaque at the Hoover Dam. Then he tells Ian to lay down and do some push-ups, once again mimicking the plaque at the Hoover Dam, where the man is laying in the water. All that is visible is his face. You will notice on the shirts of the people in the crowd, these same images are on the white shirt and the blue shirt. The white shirt has a man holding his arms up, identical to the plaque at the Hoover Dam. The blue shirt has just a face on a blue background, which would be the same as just the face in the water at the Hoover Dam. Notice that the crowd is in 3 rows of bleachers. There are 3 white shirts on the right side of each row, and there are 3 blue shirts on the left side of each of the 3 rows. This produces a half and half paradigm. It's also 3 rows of 6. 6, 6, 6. They have identical images and symbology on their shirts as the plaque at the Hoover Dam. Arnold once again means eagle power, and Schwarzenegger means that edge of darkness. Ian has laid down on the blue floor, which represents the water and emulates the plaque of the Hoover Dam. Now look at the design of the ping pong table. Lay them on top of each other. Now comes the complete and utter mockery that is almost unfathomable. A BudLight commercial is a mockery from the beginning of the human race to the end. Ian raises his hands in victory, and the wall crashes down. This represents the water breaking. The wall of the dam will fall of the Hoover Dam. It will represent the water breaking as a birth. The new race is being birthed. The devil's race has been birthed, and the band playing is One Republic, meaning New World Order of Satan's children on earth. Ian's choice in the garden has led the complete destruction of his race,
One above,
giving way to a new race birthed within the human race.
one below.
Hell on earth is about to be birthed. Are you up for whatever?
And the performance we did last night at the Grammys was, and what we've been doing with the egg and the rebirth, it's meant to signify an artistic statement of birthing a new race, a race within the race of humanity.
If I give this to you, are you up for whatever happens now?
I intend to keep trying, with or without Congress. Wherever and whenever I can take steps without legislation, that's what I'm going to do.
Seduced gift from God into accepting any consequence that would come from his free will choice in accepting her life. The end of the commercial shows 3 buttons counting down. If you press the button to the right, it's Cruella, Crash the Party. The name of her debut album is Get Wet. We are on a countdown.